I want to welcome everyone to Library Connection at Adams Square. This is a big day for us. My name is Cindy Cleary. I'm the Director of Libraries as of about a month ago. Thank you. And I can't tell you what an honor it is for me, especially in my first month as Library Director, to celebrate the opening of this brand new branch in our community that we consider not only a library but also a gathering place for this community. In fact, because I'm so new to this directorship and I'm feeling sort of like a first-time grandmother. Other than sharing the dream of having a library in our most densely populated neighborhood, I have not been involved in the labor of this effort. But now here I am standing in front of you, beaming like a grandmother, saying, welcome to our library, celebrating the achievements of all the people that were involved in this project, and thanking the community for your involvement in making this happen. A true thank you to everyone that's been involved. I'm also pleased to be joining all the members of this community and the city departments, Community Development and Housing, Parks, Recreation and Community Services, and the Public Works Department in your long-term dedication to the revitalization of Adams Square area. It is my hope that this library, like the new park and other projects, will play a significant role in the beautification of the neighborhood and in bringing more business to our local neighbors. Like so many city projects, this has been an incredible collaborative effort that has brought together city departments, organizations, businesses, architects, and contractors. I will be thanking and acknowledging a lot of people during our presentations, but I want to start today by recognizing our current and past city council members. It is because of their leadership and their vision in the revitalization of this neighborhood, as well as their commitment to library services, that we are here today, and I thank them. And it's very much my pleasure to introduce our mayor, John Draymond.
Well, with all of that, let me answer the most asked question of me today so far. What does the I stand for on the top of the baseball cap? Well, it doesn't stand for me. It stands for information, which, as we know, information is stored up here, but it's also now stored in there, which is really why we're here. How's that for a lot of prepositions? This is an incredible neighborhood. It has always been one of Glendale's most incredible and dynamic neighborhoods. For me, I look at this building and I see the Havana Cafe, or Havana Market, rather. It looks a little different inside now than it did when I was a boy. But what a fantastic job, and what a great new piece for the revitalization of this neighborhood and this district. Boy, oh boy, is this new branch going to get a lot of use and see a lot of life. My only regret and my only apology is that they've got a great big flat screen TV in there and they're going to be showing city council meetings, I understand. So I apologize in advance for that. Let me take a moment to please ask my colleagues to come up. Let me ask Councilmember Najarian to please come up and say a few words, and then also Councilmember Frank Quintero as well.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and welcome everyone. It certainly is a great day. It's a great day for the city. We are inaugurating this great library, but we're also inaugurating our new Director of Libraries, Cindy. We're glad to have you. And I'd like to congratulate her and the entire library staff for all the hard work they do to keep our libraries open and supplying information and a safe place and a comfortable location for children, adults, and seniors to spend their time reading and learning, and as I learned, plugging into the electronic books that we have there. It's a great day for Adams Square, and I'm going to keep it brief. Great day all around, Mr. Mayor. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here. And this is just one piece, a very significant piece, in the ongoing revitalization of Adams Square, Adams Hill, and South Glendale. So this is an important piece, but we're not done yet. The park across the street was another big piece of the puzzle, and hopefully the elementary school, working with the Unified School District, will be another large piece of the puzzle. But I'm very happy the staff worked very hard. All of the community members worked very hard. We got lots of input from the Homeowners Association, from the Merchants Association, and the library staff has just been great. The former library director, who was obviously instrumental in getting the ball rolling and working technically everything that needed to be done, in the current library director. But anyway, I'm looking forward to hanging out here and spending time here, and really you'll probably have better things to do than come down on a Tuesday and watch the council meetings. Stay home, that's your best bet. Well, congratulations to everyone.
And of course, the project couldn't have happened without Neil Dudovitz, and I'd like to ask him to please come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Dreeman. I'm Neil Dudovitz, and I am the Executive Director of Neighborhood Legal Services. And as some of you and many of you know, Neighborhood Legal Services is located on the other side of the building here and is the owners of this building. And one of the things that was always very important to us is, besides being a legal aid program for low-income families in Glendale, is to be able to be part of the Glendale community, to partner with the city and the federal government in being able, and the community, in being able to improve the quality of life for everybody in Glendale. And nothing could make us prouder than to be able to have helped to facilitate bringing a library, especially a library geared towards children and families, to this part of Glendale. For those of us who remember what it used to look like, it's quite amazing. And for those of us who were part of the effort to turn this building into a community center, I'm reminded of the battles we had to face. It was a long fight, but with the great support of the city of Glendale, from the top to the bottom, everybody has really worked with us. And the community, we were able to accomplish this. So one is, I just want to acknowledge a couple of people that haven't yet been mentioned. First is the architects at Osborne, who really deserve a lot of credit for keeping this community icon in place, restoring it to its splendor. And I know Michael Pinto, the principal architect at Osborne, is sitting back there, so I want to thank him. I also want to give a really, as I said, everybody in the city of Glendale was terrific, but one person who really, I think, felt to me like she devoted her life to this project over the last few years was Carolyn Fleming. I don't see Carolyn, she's probably in there still working, but she's with the library. There she is back there. And I know this would not have happened without Carolyn. And finally, I just want to, one thing before finally is I want to recognize a couple other members of our staff who are here today. Jennifer Kang, who's back here, is our Director of Development, and Jennifer lives here in the Adams Square area, and Kathy Frazier, who's a member of our Board of Directors. And finally is the attorney here who really was part of the team that helped get this built, and that's Josh Stalick. I really want to recognize him for that. And on this day of the library, I'm going to make a contribution to the library. Many of you may know that Randy Pausch, whose book, The Last Lecture, Randy passed away yesterday. one of his great, first of all, this is a book written for children. It's really life's lessons for children, and one of the lessons he talks about is that brick walls are really made for those people who really desire to get through them. That's the purpose of brick walls, and he's got a great quote in here about that. So I'm going to make that as my donation to the library today.
Couple of other things. Have you been enjoying the music? Yeah? Well, now, I don't... Cindy, what is the name of this group?
Paul Schramm and the Bookends.
Paul Schramm and the Bookends. All right. That's better than Paul Schramm and the Bookworms, I know. So, but I want to tell you that, as I understand it, they are all library employees. Is that correct? All but one are library employees. So the next time you're asked, you will know that the Glendale Library staff rocks. So, thank you. A great thank you goes to a lot of city staff. The community, of course, Adams Hill, Adams Square, Adams Flats. To our Director of Libraries, Cindy Cleary, and her predecessors. But also to the preservationists in our community who worked with the city to do something else in the process here, which has been alluded to, but I just want to point out, this is a great example of adaptive reuse of a great city historic building. We breathed new life into a great building, and we have a lot of people to thank for that. So let's give a round of applause for that, too.
One more person that I'm going to introduce, and that is Hala Shanuda. I'm turning her over to the neighborhood. She's going to become a familiar face to you, a friend, the person who will get you all the information you need from the library, and I'm pleased to introduce Hala Shanuda.
Thank you. It's been very exciting to become your new neighbor officially today. It's been a pleasure working with you, some of you, over the past year, and especially over the past couple of weeks as we've been setting up. It's been such a warm welcome. So it's really, really exciting to be part of your neighborhood now. I look forward to working with you to develop programs and services and collections that best suit your needs and tastes. And I hope Library Connection soon becomes your new community spot for exploration, discovery, and making connections. I also wanted to introduce you to Christine Marcosian. There will be two familiar faces over in Library Connections. So thank you for celebrating with us today, and I hope to see you often at the new Library Connection. Thank you.
The moment everybody's been waiting for, the ribbon cutting.